Alright, hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new here. Now, I haven't talked about these two outdoor ponds in quite a while because it started to become winter and ponds just don't look great in winter. Plants die off, tropical fish can no longer live out here. So these ponds right here and back there are just starting to look a little boring. But let's give you a quick update first. Starting right here, we have the same big thing of pothos, which is actually doing really good despite the weather getting so cold. We have the same little fountain, same fish in here. There are two small koi fish. I've had them for the whole season and they just really haven't grown that much. And then we also have a couple just assorted minnows in here, the little guppies. There's a couple baby ones. You can't really see them too well. But other than that, there's not too much in here. And I'm going to be keeping this pond that way. Maybe I'll get some goldfish or maybe even another koi today, depending on what's going on. I'll just have to see kind of what the pet store has. But other than that, there really hasn't been much to update here. All my floating plants are pretty much dead. Like, that's all that's left of a water lettuce plant, so that's fun. Floating plants just don't do good for me. But other than that, in this pond, there's the two little koi right over there. They're actually doing pretty good. They come up to eat all the time. They don't grow very fast. Next up, we have the 7-gallon Aquascape mini pond. Once again, the pothos plants here are doing awesome. As you can see, they're growing everywhere with the little bamboo right here. But our floating plants are just looking so sad. As you can see, our little water lettuce is all curling up and dying. Our water hyacinth shrinking. These ones actually look pretty good, surprisingly, so that's good. We have a little moss down there, and overall, this pond is doing a lot better, but I just had to remove a whole bunch of fish from here. So I took the gourami out because the gouramis are tropical fish, so that's obviously too cold for tropical fish. So all those fish are out there. The gourami is in my 36-gallon tank, and so are the two platies that were in here. And now we're just left with some minnows. So we have a couple white cloud minnows, but really nothing colorful or nothing to look at. Like, the pond looks empty. So we're gonna fix that today. I'm gonna go to either PetSmart or PETCO. We're gonna get maybe some small baby goldfish in here just to kind of grow out in here, add some color. And then obviously once those goldfish get too big, they'll go in there. Or I might just do some other more colorful minnows. I'm just gonna have to really see what they have. But that's gonna be the main focus today, is getting this pond to look better. I mean, it's the first thing you see. It's right here when you walk up to our front door. It's boring right now. So I'll catch you guys at the pet store and we'll see what they have to hopefully make this pond look a little bit nicer. And just like that, I'll see you when we get to PetSmart.
A few moments later.
You guys definitely can't tell because it's right there, but just made it to PetSmart, strapped up, let's go. So as you can see, they have nothing. They literally have 3 minnows and no goldfish. They have some of the large goldfish, but that's not what we're looking for. There's one tiny goldfish in the minnow tank, and that's like it. They did have a cool turtle section though. Like, look at this big turtle tub, I guess you could say. They also have this new elevated basking system and that cool like tree log thing. I don't know, I thought their turtle section was cool. They also have this weird like scrub brush, gravel vacuum combo, and a couple new like turtle internal filters. And then also they have this cool canister filter that's designed by Eheim, which Eheim is a very high quality manufacturer. But it's a Wi-Fi connected filter. I don't know, it was expensive. I definitely want to try this out eventually, like a Wi-Fi canister filter. That's pretty cool, especially made by Eheim. But other than that, PetSmart didn't have too much. Okay, just got out of PetSmart and I did go ahead and grab those last 4 fish. There's 1 tiny goldfish, 3 minnows. Other than that, they didn't have very much. Their koi were just okay. So we're gonna go to PETCO. Strolling on into PETCO, you already know we have to look at the saltwater tanks. Not too much going on here. A cute yellow tang, but really nothing that impressive. Then I went over and checked on the koi, and I wasn't impressed with the koi either. They're pretty colorful. I liked a few of them. The little black spotted one was nice, but they just didn't look that healthy, and they were 10 bucks a piece. So really not that good of a deal. And like I said, they don't look too happy. They're just kind of listlessly sitting there. That one sits on the ground in the corner. They just overall didn't look too good, so we did not get any koi today. Then I went over to the feeder goldfish. There's like 5,000 of them. It's divided into 3 chambers, so it's super hard to even like see what's going on really. As you can see, there's just so many of them. But I did end up getting a comet goldfish, which you'll see later, and some minnows. So I went ahead and grabbed an employee, had them bag that 1 comet goldfish up that I liked. Okay, pause right now. Okay, you see all these goldfish? Guess which one we got. Just guess. I'll show them to you later, but like, just guess. Okay, you got your guess? Alright, I'll see you guys at home. So let's check on the koi pond and then we'll check on the ducks who are being super loud. The koi pond's doing great, honestly, for winter. The plants are starting to die back, as you can see. That just happens during winter, is the plants just don't make it through winter. The fish are all doing great though. I did take a pleco out of here because, like I said, it's getting cold, too cold for the pleco, so the pleco is now inside. But the rest of the koi in here are doing awesome. As you can see, got a little school of minnows back there. Everything in here is still rocking and rolling, obviously, except for the sad plants. But I mean, the water lettuce here is actually doing much better than the water lettuce in the front yard. Some of them keep getting turned over by the waterfall, so that's a problem. But other than that, the pond's doing great. And now we can check on the ducks. I haven't shown these guys in a while because they've been super annoying lately. Here they are. They're just sitting here quacking. I've actually started to do something new where I open this during the day and then they can come out here and just roam around, because I went ahead and built up this wall a little bit. So it's done a pretty good job of keeping the ducks out of the pond, which was an issue before. However, now the ducks think they can just come out whenever they want. So now they constantly make noise to get left out, or let out, I should say. And then even when they are in the backyard, all they do is walk up there and sit by our sliding glass door and peck the door because they want to get let inside. So they're a bit dramatic. All they want to do is be around people. If they could walk into our house and just live in there, they would be so happy. But they poop too much. They're too disgusting. So they're just going to chill back here for a little bit. Later tonight, when I'm home from work, I'm going to go ahead and open that up and I'll just let them free run in the backyard. I try to let them do that for at least a couple hours a day. But then they just get so needy about it and constantly want to be outside. So I can't let them do it all day, or else they get super squawky and annoying. And the thing is, I have to constantly monitor the ducks when they are outside because they will try to get in the pond. Like I said, this wall has made it better, but it has not stopped them. They still try to get in there and they ruin all the rocks. They make the water all foggy and they just mess up the whole pond, so they're not allowed in the pond, and that's why I have to police them to make sure they don't go in here. Other than that though, the koi pond is doing great. Okay, we're back. Let's look at what we got. So first, from PETSMART, you've already seen these. 3 minnows, 1 tiny little goldfish, orange with some gold highlights, or black highlights, I mean. Then from PETCO, I got 5 more minnows, which these are all just that little tiny rosy red minnows. They really don't get that big, so they're perfect for these small ponds. And then 1 goldfish who was really expensive for some reason, but he's like, there you go. He's like white in his head, and then orange, and then white, and then orange again. I don't know. He was cool, so I grabbed that guy as well. So because the 2 goldfish are literally so tiny, they'll be perfectly fine in this little mini pond with all these other fish. As the goldfish hopefully grow, then they can move into the bigger ponds as they need. So without further ado, let's go put these guys into acclimate, and I'll just stick these guys in, give them some time, and we'll be back in like 15 minutes to release them.
A few moments later.
Okay, it's been 15 minutes. Let's grab these guys. I'm gonna start with this PETSMART bag, and what we're gonna do actually is take a net right here. This is gonna be hard to do. I need this chair. I'm just gonna put the net right here over this container, which you can't see, but you get the point. And then we're just gonna pour these guys right on into the net. So these are the PETSMART. There's 4 fish in here. I'm gonna dump these in real quick. Next up, we got the PETCO fish. There are 6 fish in here. Open this up real fast and do the exact same thing. Got all the fish and dump these guys in. So it's hard for you to see, but we have the minnows right here. Those just add a little bit of color. And then the 2 goldfish are of course hiding, but there is the white one back there. So I'm gonna give these guys a little bit of time to get used to the surroundings and see if maybe they start to come out just a little bit more. So I'll be back probably tomorrow and we'll just give a quick final update on these guys and make sure everyone's doing good.
The next day.
All right guys, it is the next day and the goldfish and the new minnows are doing awesome. Okay, I don't wanna go over there and scare them, but there they are. You see them all? See, there's the little goldfish, there's the minnows, they're all right there at the surface. Let's see if I come around. There they are, and they're all gonna go hide. But there are all the fish, all happy, all healthy. The koi are over there just eating up as well. But that is pretty much a wrap. Honestly, the fish are doing great. As you can see, they're all eating. None of them look sick or unhealthy. And that's really good because sometimes feeder fish can come in sickly and not even make it overnight. But these guys are doing really, really good. And just like that, that is going to be a wrap for this week's video. The fish are still doing awesome, which I'm really happy to see because sometimes in tanks like that with feeder fish, it's just really iffy. But the 2 goldfish I picked out are doing awesome, and that's all that matters. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Stay tuned to next week. Next week's video is going to be good. Thank you guys so much for watching once again, and goodbye.